it's a continuation from yesterday. Really good time down at the cafe, meeting people and stuff, and we've decided we're going to get t-shirts printed so that people can recognise us as well. Anyway, point is, right now, I'm going to finish off Caro's video so that we can actually put this out onto the Is This Marketing business page. Okay, so at the moment we got as far as getting the captions on, and you see if I click on this, it shows me the captions here. Caro actually read through that for me, so I don't have to work it out. But the next thing we want to do is actually put a banner on the top, okay? And I probably want to change the colours here also, because I like bright colours, so it stands out. No, I don't want it in text, I want the background. So I want to go, I don't know what you should use this, guys, yeah? I usually get the guys to do this, I'm lazy. So down here we've got the shape, we've got the curve, we've got the background, see? And should be able to just find a background I want, which is either blue, no, it's still doing it. Let's go back to effects, let's go to background. Now, if I remember rightly, you see what happens when I don't use things for a long time. That's the text colour. Might have to ask the guys. It's here somewhere though. I remember background colours. Maybe it's up here. No, that's not. Yeah. Anyway, so it just goes to show that sometimes I don't know either. Okay, I'll ask guys to do it in a minute. So at the moment I want to put a banner in. So I've got the text box here. Okay, and I'm just gonna I'm gonna put this text box. I'm going to put that here. This is my text box. I'm going to put this up here, and you can see it's got little guides to see where, you know, so you don't lose. Now I've got actually the scripts here that I created for, oh no, this is my English ones. Let me just go and grab the Spanish ones. Here we go. And I'd also had ideas for you know, different things, so it could be different emotions and stuff, so I've chosen the first one. I usually use keyword shortcuts just in case you were curious why that was so fast. And yet again, I need to actually fill in the text colour. Background. So at the moment it's using black, and the colour is down here. What colour do I want? We want something that actually stands out. And if I do that, I need something like black for the text. So we go in here, because like black and yellow tends to contrast well. And I'm going to use this up here to make the text bigger. I want it to stand out, obviously. And now that's in place. Now you can change the text as well. You want something that reads easily. So I quite like chunky writing, but not too much, so that's a good one. Sometimes this works. I do go black. Sometimes I like Canva sans, and you can go bold on it. But just work out, what do you like, okay? We want it to stand out in people's feeds, and you've got to just bear in mind that's going to be in their phone most of the time. Okay, what's going to catch their attention? So it's people who are looking for what you got. That's what it says in Spanish. Okay, and here I think that I probably want something a little bit easier to read. I quite like Canva sans. I also like quite like open source. I mean, there's some things that I like better than others, and everyone kind of goes, oh no, not really keen on that. Roboto is another class that people use a lot. There's so many things we could choose, that's the thing. I like scripts and stuff, but I don't think that really helps if it's a small ad. Let's have a look at Bisky. No, it's two together. No. So it could be fun using things like Lazy Dog, but right now we want something that actually just looks clear enough for them to read and speaks to them. Right now, I don't think the text is big enough. What do you think? It needs to stand out, and also I think the text colour, I think we need something a little bit clearer. Okay. Maybe. Okay. I'm not going to spend all day on this. Let's go back to the effects a minute, because, oh, here we go. We're looking for this. Background. Could go for the yellow again. Is it boring? I like turquoise. But we've got other colours. Okay, so that's a slightly different shade of turquoise. Green stands out quite a lot, but I just, in that particular instance, I think it goes for what Caro's wearing. So now there are different effects you can add to this, just so that you know when you've got this kind of text. And I mean, you can have nothing at all. The background, you could do this, splice it. I like the background. Do you see the difference? So you could, you know, you can have it so it goes in, you can have it so it highlights. You can see that I've put the banner here, but I've not actually put it all the way across. So if you see what I'm doing, I'm down here. You can just stretch it so it's always there, all the way to the end. So right now, let's have a quick look at how that looks. See, now I don't think that text is going to stand out with just the white. So we're going to go back to captions. We're going to go up there, click on it, and why has it gone white? That's the quick question. It's kind of gone both colours. Let's try black. Black works really well. Now, let's see from the beginning, because sometimes it changes things. Nobody asked it to change colour there, did they? But it does what it likes. I don't know why it's gone that colour. We're going to go back to the captions. We're going to go back to effects. We're going to go back to why it's decided to go both. What are we doing? Can't remember what colour we're using. So why is it using both? So in theory, that should do the same colour all the way through. I don't think that the text is big enough personally, so let's go on there. We're going to go on here. We're going to make it stand out. And I can't put bold on this. Let's make sure it's the same size all the way through. Okay, and then we're going to go to animate, and we could do reveal. So that's quite cool, catches attention. Highlight, we could do that, which is really good for catching attention. Snake's quite good fun. I like the highlight in this particular instance where it's using the white, so I think that looks quite groovy. So I'm going to say that's enough. I'm just going to pull it through to make sure it's looking good all the way through. Now, sometimes with some of these, when you go to put it out on social media, it actually cuts the sides off. And I still haven't worked out why, but there's something in here. I can't remember what it is. This is the thing. This is why I let the ghost. Okay, that's the same size as the other three. Right, so that should be right. So we've got everything we need now. We've got your banner, Caro's got a face in the middle. I could take that and put it up a little bit higher so we can see her beautiful hair. Okay, and all we need to do now is share it. So I'm going to upload to my Google Drive, and from that I will then create a post, and I'm going to use GHL to create my post. Okay, so right now I'm just going to download, and you see I have to download it twice to tell it, and it's going to ask me where I want to put it in a minute probably. I'm going to pause for now. While that's downloading, I've gone into my GHL account. I have an account for everybody who works with us, and also if anyone who works with us, they get a free account for them they can use their email stuff and everything as well. So I'm actually got my content in here. I like to organise it a little bit. Let's say I've got a folder for Is This Marketing, and we're just actually going to put a new folder in because these are conversion multipliers. So we'll just go to CMs, and I'm going to call it March because it's almost March, so it's just going to be called March 26. We've decided we're going to make a load of these anyway, so I'm going to name this one, I like just to use dates. Okay, so I'm going to put Caro CM, and then yesterday's date was, I'm going to call it 27th of the 2nd, 26, and that way I can identify when it was recorded. That's now gone into Drive. Now in the meantime, like I was saying, every person who works with us gets a free GHL account, and that includes even email sequences and stuff, and opportunities that they create their buckets. Now in there, I also give them their own scheduler, okay? And this is really important for if you want to be more organised. So if you're the kind of person who records in batches, this is ideal. Okay, so just in case you didn't know how to use a scheduler in GHL, if you have GHL, you've got one of these. So just go attach all your social media because it speeds things up. I'm just going to use the Facebook page and it's marketing in here. Now, the quickest way to do this is you've got your script already, okay? So just take your script and then just copy that and paste it straight in. You don't need to overthink this, okay? The only thing is that obviously when I pasted that particular script in from where I'd written that, I didn't line her up properly, so I am going to have to just quickly make sure it's aligned so it looks okay. And I'm going to put spaces in between so that it reads well in the feed, because most people use their phones these days rather than computers to like look at things, which means that you want it to stand out. Now with GHL you can actually use these things down below, and so you can bold things and highlight things. Only downside to that is that it actually takes spaces. So if you have a longer post and using Instagram, let's say, you'll find that you actually have a limit on characters, okay? So you'll see if I highlight the first sentence, it's used some of my character limit. Don't know why, it just does. But you can like use the bold, you can go and use the italics, you can go use bold and italic, and sometimes that's useful if you're trying to stand out in the feed with your text and not look so boring. The other thing, of course, you can do is use emojis. Now, sometimes I find emojis work extremely well in my posts, okay, some of my ads that you're doing. Some niches definitely like their emojis, and it would seem that Facebook tends to react well to them as well. Right, so I don't really see anything in there that I could really do emojis for off the top of my head, so I'm just going to leave it as this. Now the other thing you're going to do is you're going to upload your video, obviously, okay? So we just upload by going into here. I'm going to go find it because I'm usually in my own thing here, so I'm going to go into my drive and I'm going to have a folder in here somewhere for business marketing, and I've just called it CMs 26, so there you go. I just double click into goes really quick to the video. So in theory, so just so Paul she arrived, double click on that, it'll upload. You can see how it looks. That's how it'll look in Instagram. That's how it'll come up in Facebook. I can put it in as real as Facebook. Okay, we don't care. We don't need a thumbnail on that, and we can do the same for Instagram. We can actually select it. You can also select these things as stories. So if you can't be bothered for it, now you can see over here, it's got the text showing over the actual writing. So I could just say, I could just go up there, get rid of all that, and then it'll just be the headline. Or I could Control V, I could just give them the call to action. So I could just get up this, get rid of that, and then just put down what I want them to do. You could also go back to using the animations and stuff in Canva or whichever one you're using to actually edit, to good flashy things and all kinds of stuff. CapCut's good for that. I'll leave that up to you. You get to choose. My advice is to go test things. Go test things on your market, and then you get to know what works and what doesn't for your market. And that's the best advice I can give to anybody, is not to make decisions based upon just ideas that you have. Make decisions based upon data always. Okay, so you see that's ready to go. We see how it looks, and now we can just put it out on the business marketing, because those two are actually connected to the pages already. And this wants to go out today, so I'm just going to post it. I'm going to post it now. But let's say you had been really organised, you've got your 10 posts ready. Let's say you've got 5 power content. Let's say you've got 5 power posts made from your power content. Let's say you've got 5 conversion multipliers. So let's just say, okay, I press, you would go power post, conversion multiplier, and power content. Then, just mix it up a bit, put some written in between the posts. Or if you've got more written than you have video, you could go power post, conversion multiplier, power post, then your power content. But all those things, and you also get your other things that you could be using too. Like if you've got, if you run a YouTube channel as well, make a post about what it is you've just posted on YouTube, give them reasons to go visit and then put the link in it. If you've got a podcast, give them reason to go and listen and put your link in it. All these things get mixed up over time. Let's say you've just got an offer going out. Remember the balance between offers and goodwill. A minimum of four goodwill posts. That means not selling someone to your one offer post in your social media feed. Otherwise people get bored and they go, that page they're always just selling. You want to help people feel good. And if you don't need to sell anything right now, like if you put any sales stuff in your social media feed at all, and you only use it if you need to, and also if you can afford to just leave your sales ads just out of the feed and just put them top of funnel and just get them out of those sales ads. But if you haven't got a lot of budget, you can use your conveyor belt to sell as well. Okay, so that helps you schedule. I'm going to show you. So end of the month. So for example, you could just schedule this one for 4 days time. Let's say you already created a load of content, it's ready. You could just put it in there, put in the time you want to come out, press schedule. Like I just said, I want it to go out now, so that's going to go out, and off she goes. So in here, sometimes it fails. I have to admit, guys, I don't care too much for Instagram. Yes, I put stuff out on it, but I find that Facebook and YouTube are the places to be seen. Another thing you can do as well is just use your calendar to make sure you've done your stuff. Now, a bit embarrassed about business marketing because we were so busy with new clients over the last 6 weeks, and went away to Europe as well. Keep up to date with our content in business marketing. But that's okay. You can see that we've pulled our socks up, and when things like this fail, we can actually just clone and see if we can get that to go out again, just by going clone, and then I'm going to post it. I'll post it now just to get it to go out. But like I say, I'm not too worried about Instagram as a whole. It's not the same as having a Facebook page. I'm just going to tell you. So let's have a quick look at how the Facebook page is looking for business marketing right now. So I'm going to go into my business marketing account. So you can see we're marketing to both Spanish and English people. You see that's just gone out. That's how it looks in the feed. And you see we've done some written posts. We use group photographs or photographs of one of us because then people can connect to us. So that's quite useful. And also we were doing once a week, we're going to a cafe, okay? And the idea is that people can just turn up and we can help them. And we're actually going to get t-shirts printed so that when they come to the cafe, they can see that it's going to say, is this marketing, social media ads, and on the back saying, ask us for if you need to know any information or want any help with your social media. And that's going to be another one of our little ways of going to talk to more people in the city, to let people know what we're doing by going to each of the providers for t-shirts, and obviously by talking to them they will find out what we'll be doing. We'll get quotes for each individual t-shirt printer company, and there's quite a few in the town, and that will start conversations. And we were also going to do that again with business cards again, and each one we get our business cards. We'll get some business cards printed each one if I like the people, and I'll ask, can I leave a stack there with you for anybody who needs social media, because it complements. We're not actually rivals in that particular market, because people who want stuff printed, we're not going to print stuff, but it's good to be able to have your social media out to support your other stuff that you're doing. So you can see that we've got content going out. So if anybody comes to see our page because they've seen an ad, they see immediately who it is, what we do. Okay, they see where we are, they see the service we serve. I don't know why it doesn't show Fat on that, so it should. Honestly, keep changing that. We need to update our website, because I turned it off because I didn't like it, so I did it really, really quick in GHL using WordPress, and I hope that Dan was going to notice how crap it was and fix it, but he didn't, because he gets busy. So at the moment it's just saying this. At the moment we're preparing stuff, but it's better than a really bad page. It looks like a 6-year-old put it together. you can see people can actually go to my full-on YouTube page, so they can see that we actually do other stuff too in the world, because we let people know, you know, we're not just us, and then the people could see, you know, we know what we're doing. Okay, so that's it right now for that. Obviously all our contact information's there. They can WhatsApp us, they can phone the number, they've got an email address. I don't even know if people use email addresses anymore. And there used to be a WhatsApp updated about 2 weeks ago and it disappeared. So it's a bit random, because you can see it says click WhatsApp to know more. But anyway, I keep going in there and seeing where it's gone, seeing if there's anything, but there's nothing showing up for that, so I have to speak to Facebook about that. Action button, let's get that. Send a message, there we go. That's definitely my number. Can you see it? I can't see it. Definitely got it there though, isn't it? I do love these things. I'm going to refresh the page, turn it on and off again. Oh, I do love it. Okay, well, I'm going to have to speak to Facebook about that, because that's actually quite interesting. Definitely, yes. Okay. I don't know, I've got a different action button on for now. No, it says I've got one. Okay, I'm not going to bother recording this because you don't need to see me go around in circles. Okay, so that's it. So you saw what we had. We used GHL to date. We use GHL to schedule our posts. That just means that in the future we can go and see which one got done, like especially if there's more than one of us doing it. You can see we had been pretty thrown out because we went to America. Okay, I'm going to use that as my excuse, and Dan and Caro were busy doing their own things. I did pretty well in the summertime testing different stuff, but there was only so much I can do with my limited Spanish, and that wasn't what we had agreed anyway, so we got some stuff out there. You can see when you first start, it's not unusual for it to be hit and miss, but if someone comes to see our page, they will see stuff on our page that's relevant, and there's nowhere in here that, you know, where they will go, oh, there's nobody there. Does that make sense? So that's the important part. Okay, I'm going to stop waffling at you. Hope that was helpful.